A shiny, wet, and visibly disoriented, failed former President Donald Trump, twice impeached, 4 times indicted, civilly liable rapist Donald Trump, went to Iowa yesterday, I guess campaigning as if he's not in the middle of 4 criminal trials for 91 different felonies, which could put him in prison for the rest of his life. In pretending that he's just another candidate, normal, he said some of the strangest things I've ever heard, some of which seem counterproductive to his cause. I know that might come as a shock. Here's one example. Donald Trump at one campaign stop. He went, I guess, to McCake, Iowa. I don't even know how it's pronounced, the places he was going to. It's really something. He bragged about ending Roe v. Wade, which actually hurt Republicans in the 2022 midterms, but Trump's bragging about it. And as you can see, he is just glistening here.
And last year, I was able to do something that nobody thought was possible. And you have to really think about this and study this because it's very important. Yeah. We ended Roe v. Wade. You just think about this.
So that crowd may be clapping, but we know that that did not help Republicans.
You just think about it. Because people have to get elected. We have to get elected. But I did something that for 52 years people talked. They spent vast amounts of money in fighting it, but they couldn't get the job done. 52 years they fought. And they fought hard. And they spent large. They'd have fundraisers every night. They couldn't get the job done. I got the job done. I got it done. Yeah. And it's thanks to the 3 great Supreme Court justices and others on the court that I appointed. This issue has been returned to the states where all legal scholars on both sides felt it should be.
That's a lie, but more importantly, what's the part that's true? It's true that it's thanks to the 3 Supreme Court justices that Trump selected that Roe v. Wade was overturned, was repealed. That's absolutely the case, and I warned people about that in 2016. They're going for Roe v. Wade. If Trump wins over Hillary and gets to appoint justices, they're coming for Roe v. Wade, and that happened. The strange part is Trump bragging about it. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the latest data we have from 2023's Gallup survey, 84% of Americans believe that abortion should be legal, either in all cases or under certain. And under certain typically means certainly until the age of viability for the fetus, if not even longer, particularly with exceptions for life of the mother, etc. So they are simply on the wrong side of public opinion with this. And it's an interesting position for Trump to be in because it's sort of like with the vaccines. Trump wants to brag about his vaccine accomplishments, yet the people he's bragging to hate the damn vaccine and have fallen for everything from microchip conspiracies to the vaccine is killing more people than COVID. So it's a difficult thing where it is an accomplishment. Is it a positive accomplishment? Is it a useful accomplishment to brag about? It's very much unclear. Donald Trump then said there must be something weird going on in his head because he considers it a badge of honor to have been indicted. That's interesting.
Every time
This was in Dubuque, Iowa.
Radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, fascists, every time they indict me, I consider it a great badge of honor. I did everything right and they indicted me.
Right.
There must be something a little strange up here because most people crawl into a corner and they die. I'm being indicted for you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I am. I'm being indicted for you.
That line is really something else. Now, this is an interesting refrain from Trump because later in the show, we're going to look at new reporting that Trump is privately terrified about the indictments and about the possibility that he will spend the rest of his life in prison. So Trump is lying publicly when he says, I don't worry about it at all. No, I'm fine. It's a great thing that I've been indicted. And then lastly, another completely bizarre moment. Actually, we've got a couple more, is Trump again with this beautiful Hillary stuff. And the beautiful Hillary stuff is getting a little bit weird.
As a group first, and we won. And then we won the election against beautiful Hillary. Beautiful Hillary, beautiful woman. Yeah. So it's pretty amazing.
A beautiful woman, that Hillary Clinton. One more moment from this. Here is Trump lamenting that they didn't take over in the 2020 election. This is from, it's Maquoketa, Iowa. That's the town I misspoke about earlier. It's Maquoketa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
What we said we were going to do, but then we could have done more, and we had it all bought, and we had the election was ended and rigged, by the way, and we didn't take over. And what they did, and this is the first time I realized they were serious because I thought they were playing games. I realized they didn't want to build security. They wanted to have an open border.
So this was maybe Trump's most confused moment, where he's mixing up taking over after the election, despite the fact that he was already president. What exactly would you be taking over? Combined with the border, and he mentions the word security, but does he refer to the riots, or all of a sudden we're talking about the U.S.-Mexico border? Just completely all over the place. A very strange campaign day for Trump. I anticipate more of these. Primarily, what is being blamed is Trump is just genuinely terrified about going to prison for the rest of his life. We'll get to that later. Before we do that, though, we have to talk about some of the supporters that went to these rallies in Iowa. Nothing transforms the inside of your home like indoor plants, and not just for decor. It can be a great mood booster. Our sponsor, Unsolicited Plant Talks, UPT, is the perfect place to go. They ship indoor plants right to your door. UPT supplies rare, top quality houseplants and provides unparalleled customer service. You will be overjoyed with your experience. UPT's dedication to delivering plants in vibrant health is a badge of honor that they proudly wear, and their cutting-edge packaging ensures that your botanical companion arrives safe and sound. UPT sent me an amazing Hoya marginata and also a Hoya walliniana. They look beautiful in the house. I love them. And with sustainability as one of UPT's core values, their potting mediums are made from renewable materials. With every purchase, you're contributing to their charitable tree planting and their ocean cleanup initiatives. UPT is a family and friend-operated business in Southern California with a passion for plants. They add a personal touch. It's in everything they do, handpicking the plants, seamless shopping experience, seamless shipping experience. Go to unsolicitedplanttalks.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman at checkout for 15% off. The link is down below.